are no good houses out there anyway. I can't find a home that I want to buy. Are you a buyer looking for a home, but you're struggling to find either a home you like or it has the features you're looking for, or you think it just needs too much work? Well, I'm going to give you the top 3 things that could be standing in your way. Now, if you're renting, you can keep renting, but your rent's going to continue to go up. If you're looking to wait until the interest rates come down, well, you can do that, but when they come down, there's going to be more competition, or if you're looking to buy and sell, it's going to be harder to coordinate. Maybe you're trying to save for more down payment. Well, you can wait, but if you buy now, you could be gaining equity in the home that you purchase now. So here are the top 3 things that could be standing in your way. Number 1, stop looking at random houses. So maybe you're set up on an auto alert, you're getting homes, you're looking at them regularly. Well, what I will tell you is that I have clients all the time tell me, listen, I'm only going to buy a brick ranch. And in the end, they buy a vinyl colonial. Now, why is that? Well, we help them through the process in discovering really what is most important to them. So when you get that auto alert and you're just looking at random houses, you could be missing out on homes that may work for you. And I also like to continue to have a dialogue with somebody and make adjustments to really find out those things that are nice to have and that are non-negotiables and are features that just may be on your wish list. And so we need to look at those features and make adjustments and have conversations on a regular basis. You may be saying, I want this certain area, but I would need these certain features, and maybe they're not a match. So as an expert in the area, I'm going to be able to help guide you and help make adjustments to that search so the list of homes that you're getting to look at is not wasting your time. Now, number 2, you could also consider off-market properties, maybe listings that have been listed for a while, or even new construction. So let me go over that. On a property that is off-market could be, I have access to homes that maybe were listed at one time and they went off-market and they didn't sell for some reason. That meant the seller was considering selling, and so what I can do is I can look at those possibilities and give you more homes to look at to consider. We also do something called circle prospecting. So if you have a certain area or neighborhood that you'd be interested in, I have a way that I can reach out to homeowners in that area to see if they would consider selling. Now, when new listings come out, it's great to look at the new ones that first hit the market. But keep in mind that sometimes those listings that have been on market for a while, people discount and think something must be wrong with them. The reality is that there's a good possibility that they were probably just overpriced from the beginning. Now, the seller may or may not be realistic, but as time goes on, they start to understand that maybe they're not going to get the price that they hoped for. And so we should look at those as possibilities and see if they fit all the boxes, speaking with the listing agent and really seeing what's behind them moving. We may be able to give you more possibilities. And then there's new construction. So I've got an extensive background in new construction. Now, most new construction you're not going to find on Zillow or Realtor.com. They're not always listed, so I have great relationships with builders. I know about developments coming out that you wouldn't even be able to find. We also have builders that maybe have started to build a home, it's not finished and it's not listed yet, but I'm going to know about it. And then there's also a program that we have that we can actually help you find a lot that is for sale. Will help you, that may not even be on the market, but a lot that would work for you. And then we have a few different builder partners that will sit down with you and help to see if we can put together a plan to build your dream home for you. So those are all possibilities. Now, number 3, it could be that maybe you're halfway committed and you're not really all in the buying decision. So if you're getting those alerts and you're looking casually here and there and you're like, oh, that home is nice, and you're calling me a week later, well, chances are you could miss out on that perfect home by not really being engaged and actively looking and responding when you do see something that checks all those boxes. And if that is the case, you have to determine, maybe you should wait. Maybe you should wait so you don't get frustrated and looking at the homes. And because if you do want to find something right now, then we need to tag team together, find those homes, go and take action, and then be able to respond quickly. If it's a multiple offer situation, sometimes people are like, I don't want to bother with that. Well, guess what? I win more than I lose. So something you may not realize is that how your offer is presented. I see all the time that offers are presented and maybe not in the best way representing that buyer. I like to call the listing agent. I like to find out what's important to that seller. Sometimes it's a tweak of your offer. It's not always the best price, but sometimes the terms that could actually help you win in a multiple offer situation. So don't let that scare you. Now, if I'm in a situation and my buyer and I tell them, hey, this is what you need to do to win it, and I think for your situation, it may not be the best thing for you, I'm gonna tell you that, right? If you're moving to a home that you're gonna stay for a long time, well, then maybe it's worth it. But if it's your first home and you know you're gonna sell in 3 to 5 years, then you wanna make sure that you're making a good informed decision. So I've been helping clients for more than 27 years, and what I really like to do is really dive deep into why they want to move and what those features are that's really important to them. And sometimes we need to make adjustments. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but we work together as a team, because I have couples come to me, or I have clients come to me that say they want one thing, and sometimes that gets adjusted, and that's where my expertise can help. So for instance, I had a young couple, and they were first-time buyers, and they really wanted to be in the Rochester area. And Rochester is a great area, I understand. They really liked it because they wanted to be close to downtown. They liked the walking paths, they liked the dining and the entertainment, and that was already an area where they spent time. So we started looking at homes in Rochester, and what they were quickly able to discover is that the homes there built in the price range that they were looking for were really older built homes, and they were not getting a very big home for that amount of money. So the rooms were smaller, the closets weren't super big, they weren't getting a master suite. And so these were things that were important to them. And they ended up saying, well, maybe we need to make an adjustment. Now I showed them some new construction possibilities in Rochester, and actually they could be approved and they could push up that budget, but it was gonna push them up to the top of their price limit that they wanted to do. And so what I ended up doing is I had a home come across in a nearby area, and this was in Lake Orion. And what I showed them is, hey, this is only 10 minutes from the area you're telling me you want to be at. The taxes are lower. It's a newer built home, not that old, which means that the floor plan and the layout, the closets are bigger, you're getting more square footage, you're getting a bigger home, extra bedrooms, right? You're getting all of these features, and yet you can still be close to the areas you want to be close to. First, they didn't want to take a look, but when they went and saw it, they're like, oh my gosh, it is so much more home for the money. And it's got the new home feel without the price tag of building and waiting for that home to be built. So we were able to get them their home. Now, this was the first offer they were making. It was a multiple offer situation. Keep in mind, sometimes buyers can be intimidated by a multiple offer situation, but you don't need to be with the right agent. What's important is I was able to find out what was important to the seller. I communicated with the listing agent, and I was able to determine how we needed to adjust our terms to get our offer accepted over the other offers, and we were able to get them that home. And so it is through working together as a team to discover that this other area may work for them, that the features there are more important than necessarily the city, because they could still get to the entertainment and the dining and that. So it's part of that process, so that auto email is not gonna do that for you, right? So that's what we wanna make sure that you do understand. So if you have questions about any of these points, if you really want to dive in and have more knowledge on what's possibilities for you, then feel free to reach out, scan the QR code, look at the link in the description, and set up a chat. You have nothing to lose. I always say knowledge is power. So in order to make an informed decision, you need to have the information and to decide what is best for you. And that's what we're here for. So happy hunting.